Hi everyone. I'm going to create multiphone. It's like one phone, but with uh, unlimited numbers, unlimited numbers in one phone. For example, why it's need? It's need for persons who are working on service, and insurance, and other sectors. For example, one client calling in phone and by number 555. So that means it's from my representative of Mr. Jensen, for example. So that client then recall me, but for numbers 444, for example. That means it's client for Mrs. Angela. So one client called to both numbers. That means my two representatives find one client. And who will got client? Mrs. Angela or Mr. Johnson? It will be known. It will understand after second or after client will make order. Is it called from to number 444 or called to 555? I don't know about client, information about client. I just know his name. For example, name is Isa. For example, Mr. Isa. Mr. Isas, a lot of Mr. Isas, or Mr. Franklin, for example, a lot of persons by this name, or Mr. Michael, who knows? I just record the numbers and his name, and I don't know about Mrs. Angela and Mr. Johnson. I just put in my notebook numbers and client name. For example, 444, Mr. Michael, and 555, Mr. Michael too. So then make order for numbers 444. Mr. Michael calling to number 444. I don't know. It's my representative work hard, explain to Mr. Michael everything about my product, about my supermarket, about my everything, my producing, and got client. So in one phone, I have, for example, around the world, representative around the world, and they're calling to my phone without, and I answer. I am boss. I am answer to client, and know that's my representative making order. And which representative making order I see in my phone numbers. For example, client calling, as I told previously, I told calling 444, that means Mrs. Angela's client. Mrs. Angela's in, for example, Europe, find client. For example, I'm selling equipment. So Mrs. Angela in Europe, find client, it's calling 444. And Mr. Johnson, for example, in Switzerland, which is not Europe, also find me Mr. Michael, and Mr. Michael also colleague. Maybe they sit together in pub or somewhere in airport, meet in airport. So I am share. Very sorry. I am share percentage of earning from selling equipment or something. to the representative, to the right representative in my company. Thank you very much.